Hello guys, this is the Star Wars Collector back here for another video, and as you guys can see, I'm actually doing a Star Wars related video for once, and as you guys can see also by the title, this is my first Lego Star Wars set in over a decade, and I'm going to have to explain to you guys this. So, as being someone born in the mid-2000s, the peak of Lego Star Wars for me was the early to mid 2010s. That's when I was getting Lego sets. So from when I was 5 to 9, I'd say around. And basically most of my sets were from 2011 to 2014. I'm going to bring out a couple of my old manuals. Not manuals. Instructions. So you got this one with Darth Maul. This was from 2011. I'm pretty for sure. It was when they were doing the re-release of Phantom Menace in movie theaters, and they're doing the 25th anniversary this year now. But yeah, you got this Return of the Jedi set, and then the rest of them have just the Clone Wars kind of packaging. I had the Mandalorian battle pack. This is just some clone battle pack. This one was one of my favorite ones. It was from the Phantom Menace and it had Jar Jar. This one I'm pretty sure is called the Battle of Naboo. As you guys can see, it's starting to kind of rip a little bit, but that is what it is. This one was a really cool one. Also, this kid is for kids who grew up in the 2000s. This kid was really iconic if you got Lego sets. I'm pretty sure they ended up finding this kid. But let me continue on with my journey with the Lego Star Wars. So basically, I was getting Lego sets of Star Wars from 2011 to 2014. Now, I did have some older sets from my cousin, but none of those, I don't think, none of those were fully complete, I don't think, but I had some Return of the Jedi sets. I can't find the instructions for it right now, but I also had the R2-D2 and C-3PO escape from the Empire from Episode 4. I still have those pieces. They're just in a bin, and they end up all getting just all the pieces are everywhere. It's not connected anymore, which most of these sets that I showed you the instructions to are the same thing. Yeah. Now, why did I stop getting Lego Star Wars sets? Well, to be honest, I've always been a fan of Lego, but I've never had just tons and tons of Lego sets. I am going to show you this real quickly. So also during this time, I was getting Lego Ninja Turtle sets, Lego movie sets. These were pretty cool. I had a couple of Lego movie sets. The DC Lego sets were at their peak during this time. I also had the Jokerland one, which was it's probably one of my bigger Lego sets that I had. I also had the Lego Simpsons house, which I'm not grabbing the instructions for that. I also had the Back to the Future Lego set, and then Ninjago. This one, my other Lego Ideas set, Ghostbusters. During this period, there's a lot of Lego stuff that I was into. But after that, I don't know, I think, so 2015 was when the new Star Wars movie came out, and so I got into more of just the action figures, which I was already into the action figures for Star Wars, and I collected all those, and had all the characters, Han, Leia, just all the characters, Rey, Finn, all that. But that was kind of when my whole Lego like buying Legos kind of stopped. Now I did get some of the I got most of the second wave of the Lego Simpsons sets, which I'm pretty sure came out in 2016, might have been 2015. And then after that, I kind of just stopped buying Legos, except for like 2019 to 2021 when I got the Dark Knight Lego set with the Tumbler, Batman, and Scarecrow, which was supposed to be from Batman Begins. And then I got a decent amount of the Lego Mario sets. And then just last year, I bought 2 out of the 3 Lego Indiana Jones sets. And I am still waiting to get that $100 Lego Indiana Jones set. But other than that, I kind of stopped buying Legos. But other like toys, I still bought. Like Star Wars, I have a huge Star Wars collection that eventually I'm gonna have to show you guys. But as Lego Star Wars, I just kind of got away from buying Lego Star Wars. And I know this is kind of long, this whole introduction, so I will give you guys like a time if you don't want to hear this whole part. But basically, Star Wars, there's so much to collect for Star Wars. So much stuff to collect. Toys. And there's so many different like toys you can get. You can get the like vintage collection figures, the 3.75 inch figures. You can get the Black Series, which is 6 inch. There's so much stuff for Star Wars to buy. You got Funko Pops. You got like all kinds of stuff. Star Wars is endless like merchandise. And Lego, I didn't buy Lego Star Wars. I don't know why, but the thing with Lego Star Wars is there's so much, and I was kind of overwhelmed by how much there is. Like, there's so many sets, there's so many that I won't be able to get, and I like completing like collections. And I know I can't complete Lego Star Wars like collection because there's way too many sets. This is like Lego's big IP. This and I'd say Marvel. Those are probably their 2 big ones because you guys see they don't do nothing with DC anymore, sadly. They're just announced this new Batman the Animated Series set, but they only do like 1 to like 5 DC sets a year. It's pretty sad. But I was just overwhelmed. But I was at Target, and whenever I go to Target, I look at the Lego aisle, and then I look at the action figure aisles as well. But I always look at them. I always look at the Lego Star Wars stuff, but never get anything. But when I was there, I went to Target back-to-back days. We're not going to really get into that, but I looked at this set, and then the next day I looked at it again, and I decided I wanted it. And I looked it up on the Target app, and it was on sale for $23, normally $30. And so I was able to get it for that price, which is not bad. You get Obi-Wan, R4, Tanwi, and then you get Obi-Wan's Starfighter, which is pretty cool. And I really, I like Obi-Wan's ship, and this is my favorite R4, the original R4, not the second one. So yeah, this is just a cool set, and Obi-Wan's one of my favorite characters, so I decided to why not grab it. Now I am a little scared. Hopefully this doesn't get me addicted to this because I'm already addicted to buying a lot of Star Wars stuff. Lego Star Wars really doesn't have to be that, but honestly I'll probably buy more of these. Not like every Star Wars set, but I probably will buy more of these. I am interested in the the Rebel base set. It's like $100-something. I am interested in that. And if they ever do a Death Star again, I would get that. And honestly, if they don't, I'd be interested in getting the original Death Star or the 2016 one. But yeah. And then one last thing I want to show you guys before I get into opening this is a couple other things that I was like buying around this time that weren't like Lego or Star Wars related. So during like 2011, so 2012 was when Ninja Turtles, this series came out, and I was big into buying these. I bought a lot of those. Next up, we've got Transformers. Now, I didn't have a big Transformers like toy collection, but I had a decent amount from, let me see, what was this one called? Transformers Dark of the Moon. Yeah. So I had a decent amount of these, and that was like in 2011, I think, 2012. So that was something. And then finally, I'd say this is Lego's, like, in their prime, they were Lego's biggest competitor. Connects. Oh man, do I miss these Mario Connects figures. Going to Toys R Us, getting the blind bags, and just getting the sets. These were awesome. And I still have, like, all of mine. I just don't know where I set them, so that kind of sucks. But eventually I'll find them and potentially do a video on those. But oh man, do I miss Connects Mario. Lego Mario is not bad, but there's something about these Connects Mario figures. They also did Family Guy and a couple other things, but Mario was their main thing. But now that I've done this whole discussion, let's finally open this. It's been 11 minutes, and yeah, I am going to open this. This is set number 75333. It says Lego Star Wars, ages 7 and up. Says Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter, 282 pieces. This is from episode 2. You've got the picture of Lego Darth Vader. No longer is the days where they show like a live action or a picture of like the animated series. They show the Lego. Says the warning, choking hazard, not for children under 3 years. On the side, basically shows just the set number. Lego Star Wars shows a picture of that. On this side has the Lego logo, Disney, and then Lego Life, some app. Up here you got a picture of Tan Wee, and that's the actual size of the figure. On the bottom just says Lego Star Wars, Disney, all that. And then on the back shows the like vehicle, and it's supposed to be parked. It shows Obi-Wan interacting with Tan Wee. His hood is up, and then you got R4 out of the ship. And yeah, I think that's basically all the box that you guys need to see. And I'm going to open this. And yeah, this is always I don't really like doing this, but it's how you're supposed to open them. Am I struggling on this? Oh boy. Give me 1 second. Okay, here's everything out of the box. That really pained me to ruin the box like that, but I had to open it. You got 1, 2, 3 bags. You got a sticker sheet, which I don't know how I feel about that. I knew there was going to be stickers on here, but it's been a while since I've put stickers on Lego. And then we've got the instructions, which I don't like these as much as I like the old instructions. Like, look at that. I don't know. Not as cool looking, but I'm not going to complain too much about the instructions. It's got a pretty decent size to it, and let's get into building this. I'll show you the finished result. Okay, here's the first update after the first bag. This is what the ship is looking like. I can kind of see it somewhat. Here's the Obi-Wan figure, and I'll do a better showing of that once we fully show the ship. And then here's a hood for him. And next you'll see the second bag, what it will look like after that. Here's what the vehicle looks like after bag 2. And here is Tan Wee. Looks pretty cool, and I'll show you a better look at that after we fully built this. Okay, and here's what it looks like after bag 3. This is the ship fully complete, and you can see Obi-Wan, you can see R4, and Tan Wee. And overall, I think this is a pretty cool set. This took me a lot longer than this honestly should have. Really, if you guys can tell by my voice, I'm pretty tired. But this is what this takes a long time when you don't make Lego sets regularly. So yeah, this probably took me about 2 hours, which is pretty sad, but yeah. Now I will tell you this, with my experience with like modern Legos, Lego Mario, those are pretty easy to build and those are just fun little builds. The Batman one, that one took me a long time, and I have a video on it on this channel, but that barely got any views, like 20, 30 views maybe. But yeah, that one took a long time. This one didn't take nothing as long as that, but still a while. And it's only 282 pieces in this set. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is pretty cool. The build was fun. I don't know. I might end up getting more. Let me show you this. The instruction shows a couple of sets. They got the Jedi Fallen Order BD1 set. They show a little Ewok set, which I basically had with. Let me grab my. Well, I had something similar. I did have an Ewok one, but I had like one with the Biker Scout. And I also had one similar to this with Ewoks back in the day. But it looks like they must have did a remake. We got this Obi-Wan Kenobi series Lego set. We got the Bad Batch. Another Obi-Wan set, that's a pretty cool one. Andor, that's a cool one. And I'm guessing this one's either Clone Wars or Episode 3, one of the two. But yeah, that's what Lego is recommending to grab, or their promotion. Pretty cool. And then this is just showing all the sets. And yeah. So let me show you all the characters. I'm going to start off with Obi-Wan. And so as you guys can see, Space Jesus himself. This is a pretty nice looking Obi-Wan figure. His face looks nice. The hair is great. I like the printing on the torso and the legs. And there's a little bit of there's some design on the back. And let me I'm gonna switch out his hair with his hood. Here's him with the hood on. Also looks pretty good, but I'll probably just keep the hair on, and then I'm gonna show you his other his alternate face. And then this alternate face, he's got his like communicator on. So for like when he's flying his Starfighter. And next let's move on to R4. R4P17 to be exact. I don't know, there's not really much to like say on the R2, R4 type like droids. They've looked the same basically most of like Lego's like time they've been doing Star Wars. I'm pretty sure they've used the same mold since the beginning for like R2. Like, I don't know, there's really not much to say, but it is pretty cool to have R4. And then the final figure is Tan Wee. She's like one of the like people in charge of like making the clones. The back torso has some like back. What am I trying to say? It's got a design on it. You can see the front as well. This is a really cool looking one. I like this one. The face is cool, and you got the long neck. I wonder if they made the guy as well. Maybe, I'm not for sure. Now, one thing I will say, if they could have had any other character in this set, I would have liked a Jango Fett. But what they could do is just make Jango's vehicle, the Slave One, have Jango and Boba Fett in it, and then have it in his like colors instead of the Boba Fett colorway. Have it in the like Jango Fett Slave One style. Yeah. And finally, I want to show you what this like vehicle can do. So first off, I'm going to show you the stuff related to R4. Okay, so you can put R4's head right here, so it looks like he's like in his little area he goes in, and then what they actually do is right here. This is where you can store his body, and it can stay in there. Has a little like spot for it to stay in place, and then you just close that. And then, yeah, you can just keep R4 right there. And yeah, I think that's a pretty cool like feature. I like how they were able to get it where you can just put his body in there so you don't see that, and then you got his head just right there. And then I'm going to show you the lasers or whatever. I am not going to shoot this because I did shoot it and then it fell down here, one of them, and I was able to get it back, but I'm not doing that again, so I am just going to keep those in there, as you guys can see. I do want to show you underneath. So these two little spots with the like grabbing kind of like thing, that is where you can put his lightsaber on either one of those ones. And then finally, I'm going to show you Obi-Wan in his vehicle, and I think I'm going to wrap it up. Okay, and finally, there's Obi-Wan in his Starfighter, and I think this looks really good. I'm probably just going to keep him in there. I'm going to keep R4 right there for right now. And then underneath this, I currently have his lightsaber, you guys can see right there. And then the only thing that you guys can't like really store with this one is the Tanwi, which is fine. And then his hood, which, I don't know, I'll put it somewhere. And then, as you guys can see, my Lego Indiana Jones and Lego Michelangelo. Just, I don't know, why not? And yeah, I think that is basically it for this video, guys. Please leave a like, subscribe, and thank you if you have made it this far to the video. Bye, guys.